Okay guys, today we're going to be making Nellie the market goat. This is what she looks like. It's part of a bundle I have of Nellie the goat, Penny the pig, and Moochie the market cow. If you guys are interested, make sure to like and subscribe and then comment that you want to see the Moochie the cow and Penny the pig patterns, because I will do those too. But today we're doing Nellie. What we need is a 6mm crochet hook. These are 12mm eyes, but up to 16mm I think also looks good. Moochie has 16mm eyes, and I think it looks good. So any size really there. Scissors, a needle, stitch marker, some pens, a little bit of black worsted weight, and a little bit of white worsted weight, and then 3 colors. I have this color for the body, this color, it's like a tan for the horns, and a brown for the hoofs. Optional, but a pet brush. We're going to brush out the goatee. If you don't have a pet brush, I will show you a method for that with that one. So let's get started. First I gotta find the end of my yarn here. Alright, we're gonna start with the main body color, and we will be doing 8 single crochets into a magic ring. So there's 1, place the stitch marker, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Pull that tight. For round 2, we are going to increase all around, so 8 increases. There is, oops, our first increase, second, third, fourth, fifth, 6th, 7th, and 8th increase, so we have 16 stitches now. Round 3 is going to be 3 single crochets and then an increase, and we will do that 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, increase, 1, 2, 3, increase, 1, 2, 3, increase, 1, 2, 3, increase. And now we have 20 stitches. In round 4, we're going to be doing the hooves. I'm using brown for that, so I'm going to slip stitch to add that color in when we get there. We are going to do 1 single crochet, but we aren't going to finish with that. We're going to pull in the new color for the hoof. So there's your first stitch, and you're going to mark it. And then for the first hoof, we're going to do a popcorn stitch, which is 4 double crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to pull up a little bit of a loop there. We're going to go into our first double crochet, into our loop, so we have 2 loops on the hook. We're going to get our main body color and wrap it around and pull that color through. So there's our first hoof, and it's a popcorn stitch. And we'll just leave the brown there, and we're going to do 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. On this 4th one, we're going to not finish it, pull in the brown again, because in this next stitch here, we will do another hoof, which is a popcorn stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We will go into our first double crochet, into the loop that we pulled up and pull through our main body color. And then we're going to do 13 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 13. For round 5, we're going to do 20 single crochets around. Both of these hooves count as one stitch, so you can see where that brown is, that's a stitch, and where that brown is, that's a stitch. So round 5, 20 single crochets. 1, place the stitch marker, the second one is into the hoof. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 7th one is into this hoof. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now round 6 is going to be just 20 single crochets around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Round 7 is going to be the same as round 4. We're going to have 2 more hoofs. So we're going to do 1 single crochet, but don't finish it. Pull in the brown color and then place your stitch marker. In the next stitch, we'll do a popcorn stitch, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets, and 4 double crochets. Go pull up a loop, go in the first double crochet and the loop, pull the color through, and then we will do 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th one we're going to not finish and pull through the brown. This is the last hoof, so in the next stitch 4 double crochets for a popcorn stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, go in that first double crochet, go through your loop and grab your color, and then we'll do 13 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Can cut off the brown because we are done with that. And for round 8, we will decrease 10 times. So the first decrease is going into the first stitch, and the second stitch is the hoof. So that's 1 decrease. 2 decreases. 3 decreases. The 4th one is going to go into the hoof, and the following one.
Mom.
5 decreases. 6 decreases, 7 decreases, 8 decreases, 9 oops, try that again, 9 decreases, oh my goodness, try it again, 9, and the 10th decrease. And then we will slip stitch into that first stitch, cut off a yarn tail. I'm going to use this yarn tail to sew the head on later, and fill this body with stuffing. And set this aside. So now we are going to make the ears, and it's important to make the ears first before you do the head, because we will set them aside and then sew them on in the round on the head. So in a magic ring, we are going to do 6 half double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we're going to pull the ring tight, and instead of working in the round, we are going to chain 1 and turn, and we're going to place 6 single crochets in each half double crochet that we just did. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now we are going to fold the ear in half and slip stitch so that it folds together. Then I like to take the 2 yarn tails and tie a little knot. Now you have 1 ear. This should curve, and this is the front. The back would look like that, and you're going to make a second one the exact same way. Okay, so now we have 2 ears. This is what the front looks like, and that's important to know for when we add them onto the head in just a moment. We will be doing the horns in this round, or in this part, so get that color ready for that. And use your main body color for the head. So we're going to start with 8 single crochets into a magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pull that tight. Round 2, we will be increasing all the way around. So let's see. 1, increase, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. On round 3, we are doing 3 single crochets and an increase 4 times around, but because we're adding the horns in there, it's going to look a little bit different. So here we go. We're going to do 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and then on this 4th one, we're going to not finish it and pull in the horn color. Now we're going to be doing an increase, so we're going to place a popcorn stitch in the same stitch that we just did that 4th single crochet. So into the same stitch, we will do 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, pull up that loop, go into the first double crochet, and then into our loop and pull through the color. Now we're going to do 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, increase, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to increase, but on the second single crochet we will not finish, and pull up the new color. And then do a popcorn stitch for the second horn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, go through the first double crochet into that loop, pull your color through, and then we're going to do 2 single crochets, 1, 2, and an increase. So now we have 20 stitches in the round, and we're going to cut the horn color off and set that aside because we're done with it. So now in this round we're going to be adding the ears, and it is important to know that, oops, where the stitch marker is the back of the head. So if we flipped it, this would be the front of the head. Front, back. So we're going to do 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now where the horn is, we are going to attach the first ear. This is the front of the ear, this is the front of the head. So you want the front facing the front, and you're going to go through 2 layers of the ear into the horn and do a single crochet. I would suggest just trying it. It might feel complicated, but just try it. You can tie these in later however you please. And then we're going to do 10 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we're going to add the second ear. And again, this is the front of the head, this is the back, this is the front of the ear, and we want it facing the front of the head. So it'll be opposite of the other ear. So go through both layers. The other option is to just do single crochets in place of the ears and then tie them on or sew them on at the end. But this is how we're going to do it. Single crochet and then 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to pause here because I meant to get these into the center of the head and I didn't, so I'm just gonna do that now. So pull those in there, and then I'll just tie it to one of these. That way all the yarn tails are in the center of the head. Okay, now we're going to do 2 rounds of 20 single crochets. So this is round 5, and it's just 20 single crochets around. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th one is where the ear is. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Round 6 is also 20 single crochets around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm going to pull up a loop and pause here. So here's the front of the head. You got the ears facing the right way. And we're going to place the eyes in between rounds 4 and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So in this row with 4 stitches in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll place one eye here. And one eye right here. And then I will place the backs on. Row 7 is 10 decreases. So just decrease all the way around. Decrease 1. Second decrease. Third decrease. Fourth decrease. Fifth decrease. Sixth decrease. Seventh decrease. Eighth decrease. Ninth decrease, and 10th decrease. Now I always, when I'm fastening off, I just, so that it doesn't look uneven like this, I slip stitch down into the next stitch, and now you can see that's more even looking. This yarn tail just gets tucked into the middle of the head, so it doesn't really matter the length. And we fasten off, and we stuff the head. Now we'll grab the body and thread the tail onto here, because we'll be sewing the two together. So the eyes and the hoofs are both 4 stitches apart, so they should line up. The eyes and the hoofs, the eyes and the hoofs. So pin that down however you want. And I'm going to sew those together, and I will meet you back here. So now we are almost done. We are going to make the mouth, the snout, the muzzle, I don't know what you would call it. We are going to do 6 single crochet into a magic ring for round 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pull the ring tightly. Round 2 is just 6 single crochet around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll slip stitch and fasten off. We're going to thread the needle, grab a little bit of stuffing, and that's going to go just right in between the eyes. I will pin it down. So that's where it's going to go. I will sew that on and be right back. Okay, so now all that is left is to add the detail onto the snout and the little goatee. So we're going to take some black worsted weight yarn, and like on this one we're just going to do a little triangle. So whatever method you prefer. There we go. Now I'm going to take the white and cut about 3 strands. Now at the bottom right here, I'm going to tie those 3 strands on. Now, if you don't have a pet brush, to add a little bit of texture to his beard, you're just gonna pull apart each strand. Kind of like that. So now that strand has all those, and you will do that to all of them. So there's his little beard. Or if you have a pet brush, then you would comb through all the yarn tails so it's nice and fluffy. Give him a little trim. And there we go. Oh, I think I should cut a little bit more. And there's Nelly. So if you like that pattern and you want me to make the cow and the pig, let me know in the comments, subscribe, like the video, and I'll be doing more. So there's Nelly. If you do end up making it, tag me. My Instagram is also at Rosemary Knits, and I'm on Facebook as well. So thank you for following along.